You know, there is a big cohort of people that I really it has become less interesting to talk about in some respects. It's still part of our job, right? Like we'll talk about Crowder, we'll talk about Ben Shapiro, we'll talk about Prager or Hannity or Tucker Carlson, and it's largely, a one-dimensional exercise. These people are on the right, and they give us an opportunity to both mock them, which is important for people. It's fun, but also to use them as a way of arguing against their ideas. And it's that second part that has been tricky with a certain cohort of people. And it's becoming less and less tricky because they are becoming less and less nuanced and trying to hide it. Their audience, the people they're speaking to, has fundamentally changed. And these are like people like, honestly, like, Jimmy Dore and to some extent Greenwald, more or less, even Taibbi to some extent. I mean, I know a lot of people who have been reading Taibbi for years, and some of whom I have in the past, like said, and this is true of Greenwald too, the path, the trajectory is pretty clear on where this goes. Because once you start certain premises, and once you are supportive of certain premises, the logic is there. But you simply have to make certain premises. And a lot of those people now are saying like, I've abandoned ship. I mean, that happened with Jimmy Dore, over the past couple of years prior to that. And it's happening here. And when I watched this, I was like, boy.
Dave Rubin was like the original one of these guys.
Rubin was the original one. I'm like, oh boy, Michael would have enjoyed this full circle move by Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, it's already happened, but she's just the latest right-wing talking point deliverer. Here it is.
List to the cabinet, Tulsi. I think we're a little tired of the diversity stuff.
Yeah, Jesse, what we're seeing here is their philosophy, identity politics. And this is one of the main reasons why I left the Democratic Party, because you're seeing how their agenda of identity politics is directly undermining the traditional democratic values that were expressed so beautifully and clearly by Dr. Martin Luther King, that we should judge each other not based on the color of our skin, but based on our character. And yet, as you have displayed here over and over with example after example, they're proud to be judging people, hiring people, selecting people based on race, which is really, let's be clear how serious of a problem this is. It's based on genetics, race, based on your blood, your genes. And where do we see that connection? Well, these are the very same geneticist core principles embodied by Nazism and Adolf Hitler. And this should be something that is sickening and alarming to every single Democrat and every single American. We have seen where this philosophy can lead. The American people deserve so much more. We need leaders who will elect.
I know. I just be clear, because my friend John Benjamin, he studied this. You got to get a master's in this.
We're hoping to talk to him.
This is something I can ask him. Did Hitler's rise to power and the genocide that followed, was that marked by a real diversity amongst his? Like, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a bunch of different perspectives on society, people who are from all different sectors of German life, and we're going to bring them all together in the cabinet, and then we're going to decide as a group on genocide.
Yeah. Hitler famously had a rainbow cabinet.
I think like maybe there's a difference between exclusion and inclusion with regards to these sorts of
But really all that mattered was the first sentence, why I left the Democratic Party. I would have, it should have been the cha-ching sound as soon as she said that, because that's the money shot there, and everything she says from there on out, that just adds to it.
To be fair to her, she could have the reason why she went to the Democratic Party was money. Maybe this has always been her ideology and this is an easier fit. I mean, you got to be fair about that possibility, right? I mean, it's possible.
It is funny, like a politician who got their start basically inheriting a homophobic political dynasty, being like, this sounds a little bit like the Nazis, what they're doing here.
And interesting also coloring, when you color it with her relationship with the fascist Narendra Modi and the BJP, who are not, I would say, proponents of diversity and inclusion. And
I just want to read into this because it's possible that what Hitler did was he brought like a Jew into like his government and a black person and let's say an Albanian and a gay person and like maybe like a Frenchman or whoever, and
maybe
they
a
all
woman.
sat him around and then and made sure there was women. And did like a one of those musical chairs thing. And the one who doesn't have a chair, that's who we're going to do genocide against.
Damn it. Yeah, the Jew should have been faster, right? It was not quick enough.
And the second round is when they got, they got some of the gay people and the Albanians. And that could have been, it's a theory. It's a theory.
And then at that point, the diversity core decided we're not going to play this game anymore.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Who will select people based on their character, how committed they are to the Constitution, and the capabilities that they bring to actually do the job that they're hired to do. Most importantly, their heart. Do they have a heart and commitment for serving the American people? As you said, putting service above any selfish interest, actually waking up every day saying, how can I best serve the American people who I'm charged to serve in whatever job it may be?
You're saying the focus on genetics is in a way similar to what was going on in Germany.
You look at the core.
Oh my God! He wants you to say it again.
Of Adolf Hitler and Nazis, and what is it based on? It's based on genetics. This is that philosophy of geneticism and discriminating against people based on their
Pause
genes.
it. You know what is going on behind this guy's dead eyes? He's thinking, I can't wait to text Tucker and tell him that I got Tulsi to claim the Democrats were Nazis twice in one segment.
Right.
I win. There's no doubt in my mind that they have a competition. How many times they can get Tulsi to say that Democrats are Nazis in every appearance that she makes on the show.
Yeah. I'm going to skip about 45 seconds of Tulsi blathering and then we can get to the end here.
Okay.
People deserve.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the German thing, but I think you're right on this point. They
made her
care
say it
about
twice.
what the administration looks like, but they don't care about what we look like. And we're out here saying, hey, we need this, we need that. Can you? And they're not even looking at us. They're just looking at
They're putting
themselves
first.
Right, exactly.
They're putting themselves first. And that alone is a huge disqualifier.
Exactly. All right.
You want the Biden administration to like say you look nice today?
Unbelievable.
What?
I gotta say, that is fantastic. That is really fantastic.
Oh, and she got the invocation of MLK in there as well, too, right? That hits a lot of the.
Yeah, I mean, she's
platforms.
very much the modern MLK.
I say that all the time.
Aloha MLK.
Oh boy.